get ready for a very, very good Rams team. We got practice today. We're leaving this evening. Gotta get out there and practice there tomorrow. It's a really, really good football team. They've got the defensive player of the year, the offensive player of the year, coach of the year. So we'll have to go out there and play really, really well to win this game. Questions?
What can you tell us about where things stand with Everson?
Well, Rick made a statement on that, and really I don't have anything further to add.
But he will not travel for this game. He's not playing Thursday.
Correct.
Could you at least maybe make a statement about football? Obviously, I imagine isn't important when it comes to Everson Griffen now. Are you're pretty much, I would imagine, worried about his well-being, or what would you say on that?
Yeah, the only thing I'm really concerned about for Everson isn't anything to do with football. It's about him getting better, and in the 5 years that I've been here, I've always loved Everson and the effort that he puts out, the work that he does, the chance to count on him in game time, and even in practice. So he's always been a really, really good model for us, and obviously he's going through some tough times now.
Like, when did you know things were out of sorts?
I'm not really going to talk about things that we talk about internally. Again, I just hope for the best for him. He in the long run, he's a really good kid.
You hope to see him anytime soon?
I hope to see him every day, but the only thing it's nothing to do with football.
Have you had a chance to speak to him since last week?
Not since I don't know when it was, game maybe.
On Gate, you spoke to him.
No,
on
not the last game.
Green Bay.
Yeah, the week after Green Bay.
You think his situation affected the football team's focus Sunday?
I don't think so. We didn't play good, and I'm not one to sit up there and make excuses about things. A lot of things going on with a lot of teams, and like we said all along, it's about how you handle it and how you go out and prepare and play. And so I'll never use that as an excuse.
In not playing last week, how much was related to the knee injury, and how much maybe was related to some of the other stuff going on with him?
But he couldn't play with the knee.
With him out, just from a football perspective, what are you looking for from some of the younger players who presumably are going to have to take on larger roles?
Yeah, Stephen Weatherly came in last week, and I thought he played well. And so, I anticipate that he's going to continue to play well. We'll have to move some pieces around, obviously. We've always tried to make this a team, where we play, count on one another and play together. So, injuries happen, you lose guys, you gotta, we can't be woe is me, we gotta go out and perform.
What's the most, or the biggest challenge that Rams offense is gonna present?
They've got great receivers, Cooks is a dynamic receiver, Cup is really good, Woods is, he looks fast and even better than a year ago. Obviously Gurley is a hard running back, with great speed to get to the perimeter. Their offensive line does a nice job, and like I said earlier on the conference call, that I thought Goff took a jump from his first year to his second year, but I think he's taken another big jump here in his third year. He's moving well in the pocket. He seems under control. They're no huddle offense. Things they do, get in the right plays, out of the right plays. So it'll be a great test for us.
They have one of the lowest third down, 3 and out percentages in the NFL. How much of that is just, what you're talking about with that jump Goff's made, but also with what they're able to do with Todd Gurley in the short game?
Yeah, well, they have quite a few 3rd and 1s as part of it. Secondly, Cup is really good on 3rd down, and they get a lot of chances where they can isolate Cooks or Woods on the backside, get into one-on-one, and they're accurate. But they do a really, really good job on 3rd downs. I just watched all their 3rd downs again for the second time this morning, 3 times actually.
you watch much of last year's tape against the Rams? Does it have a lot to do with what you do philosophically? Because you guys played really well against them.
Yeah, well, obviously we watch it, it's, you know, and we have cut-ups on teams, and obviously that's in our cut-ups. So you go back and look and, you know, really it's see what they tried to do to us more so than what we tried to do to them. You know, they took the ball right down the field and scored the first drive against us last year. And then we were able to get, you know, do some better things after that. But, you know, it's always, you know, when you're playing a team that can run the football, throw the football like they can, have big plays, and got all these different receivers that are big play guys, it always makes it really, really challenging.
And Mike, how did Pat Elflein look to you on Sunday, and do you think he'll start this Thursday?
I thought he did pretty well, and yes, he'll start.
What kind of dimension does Sue add to that defensive line there?
Well, he's, you know, their front guys, obviously Donald and Sue and Brockers, you know, they're get going up the field guys that, you know, Sue is explosive, powerful, to get to the spot on the quarterback. And then Donald is a quick side to side and then use power to get to it. But yeah, it makes it difficult. You know, and the linebackers are fast. You know, they've got two good safeties. You know, and, you know, depending on the situation in the corner, that, you know, if their corners are really good, but if they don't play, then you know, Shields is a good player, and Roby is another good player.
What if anything can Kirk do to cut down on the fumbles? I mean, when he's under attack like that, is anything he can do? I mean,
Yeah, you know, we work on it all the time, Mark, and one of, you know, it's securing the football with two hands, you know, and, you know, the first one last week, he was trying to come up in the pocket, and the guy coming from behind, and the ball was out here a little bit and punching, so, you know, it's tucking it in, and, you know, we're working on it all the time, so, but, and not just with him, you know, we're trying to work on it with all the quarterbacks, but, obviously, he's holding the ball the most, so we try to use that a lot with him.
do defenses go after a guy like that when he has the history of fumbles? They see something different?
Anytime you're playing somebody that holds the ball loose, yeah, the defenses know it, and they're gonna try to hit the ball. You know, I mean, if you go out through running backs or quarterbacks throughout the league, and they carry the ball in one hand, or it's down here like this, and they see it, you know, a lot of times they're gonna avoid trying to sack the quarterback, or a lot of times it's even not securing the tackle because the ball is out, so they're gonna try and strip it. But that, you know, the guy carries the ball in his left hand, he carries the right hand. I mean, you know, we look at all those things.
You hope to have Dalvin Cook this week?
There's a possibility. I mean, I always hope to have him, but there's a possibility he can play, yes.
Mike, when a player's going through something like Everson is, what's the organizational process for making sure he gets the help he needs?
You know, quite honestly, we have a very, very good support program, and our owners do an unbelievable job of giving these players all the resources that they need. If we have to bring in experts from some other place, or he has to go see other people, our owners are outstanding with that. So we're gonna do everything possible that we can, not only for Everson, but to help everybody on our team. You know, and quite honestly, with their families as well. I mean, this organization is really good.
Would there have been a scenario where you could have made sure that he got a mental health evaluation other than telling him he needed to go seek one? Make sure physically that you're positive that he gets one?
I don't really understand the question.
Well, the police report talked about how there was a letter telling him he needed to get a mental health evaluation. Would there have been a way for him to get one on site, or a way for you guys to ensure that he got that, rather than telling him he just needed to do it?
Quite honestly, I don't know. I mean, that's not really my area of expertise, and so, you know, I don't really know the answer, to be honest with you.
Time for two more?
Mike, just with the combination of the way that game went last week, everything going on with one of your captains, Everson, and then the short week here, how's the pulse and focus of your team right now?
Well, you know, honestly, we've been disappointed. really disappointed in how we played last week. I think, you know, that's the main thing. I know that, you know, I'm talking about Everson, I know our guys really care and love Everson. I don't think that our guys understand that, you know, we all have a job to do, and I haven't noticed, you know, now, we've only had one day, so it's hard, but, you know, they seem to be, other than, you know, disappointed about the loss, they haven't seemed to be down or anything like that.
Mike, you've talked about pass rush discipline in the past. How did you think it was on Sunday, and the ability of teams to extend plays? How does that stress the defense?
Well, it really stresses it, you know, when a guy can run, and you saw that a couple times, you know, he scrambled for a touchdown last week, and then, he scrambled for a first down, and there was another situation, and I think he scrambled to throw one time, but, yeah, I mean, you know, you have to be careful, and when you get, you know, the one time the quarterback went outside the pocket, one time he came up and through the pocket, you know, we've had to stress it even more so this week than we, probably should have done more. You know, I have to take responsibility for that, and, hopefully we'll get that done.
I have one quick question on the schedule. It's one thing to play on Thursday night, but your thoughts on just a team being sent 2 time zones away on the road on Thursday night? Any problem with that at all from your end?
Yeah, it's a problem. You know, we haven't had a home game on a short week since I've been here in 5 years. So, you know, but it is what it is. We go out and play the schedule however they do it. You know, I know the statistics about going to the West Coast and on a short week and all that. So, part of the reason why we're going out, you know, we did a study on preparing for a game on a short week, all those things, and that's why we're